Well, we have our cast and crew spanning the nation right now, getting ready for the 2025 NFL season. Our Aditi Kinkhabwala has been a busy one. Take a look. She's already hit the Giants, the Jets. Today she's with the Eagles. Then she's popping over to Baltimore before going over to Cleveland on August 4th. It has been a crazy week for her already. Now her attention completely on the defending champs in the Eagles. Can they do what no team in the NFC East has done in a very long time? 20 straight seasons without a repeat champion is the longest by a division in the NFL history. Can't say for sure that's on their minds, but if they do repeat as the division champs, they'll be the first to do it. To do it since the Eagles ran it back from 2001 through 2004. We're there at the camp, boots on the ground. We got Joe Musso and Aditi Kinkhabwala. Take it away, guys.
A lone banner. The only sign of a championship a season ago. Joe Musso and Aditi Kinkhabwala. Here at Eagles camp, it was a physical day. It was a balmy day.
Balmy?
Sweat certainly felt. The humidity of Philadelphia showing out, ticking up to about 100 degrees during practice time. Practice moved up because of that. Aditi, your main takeaway here from a team that just really doesn't want to engage with what they accomplished a year ago.
Well, they certainly don't. And Jordan Mailata has been very clear on the record that he's not using the word defending champions, that they're not defending anything. Jalen Hurts has said that Michael Jordan told him, do not talk about repeating. And I'll tell you, the energy on the field, the focus on the field, the fact that even the veterans on the first day in pads with, as you said, 100-degree temperatures, didn't take a rep off. It felt like a very business-like practice.
They took it back to brass tacks and the basics. You saw the best offensive line unit in the world working hand placement and footwork. It's really all of the marks of a champion except the actual physical marks of a champion. Most franchises, it'd be commoditized, there'd be koozies, there'd be banners, and you'd see it everywhere. But this is a team committed to the 2025 campaign, and they look like they took their first step forward on this day. Let's talk about Jalen Hurts a little bit.
Okay, fair. But I will say this. They were definitely at work, just to tag on to what you were saying. And in fact, I just saw Nick Sirianni, and that's what I said. I said, you could tell that the energy was very focused. And he's like, okay, good. Good to know.
First day of padded practice, as anyone who's ever been a part of one at this level or any level prior to it, it usually is advantage defense. But we saw struggles for the first team offense here. Jalen Hurts leading that crew. Yet to find their continuity, but it is a new offensive coordinator and some new talent out there getting used to one another.
That's certainly a piece of it. And yes, yet again, Jalen Hurts has a new offensive coordinator. This time, Kevin Petula, who's been with Nick Sirianni for a long time, has really paid his dues. It is the same offense, but the verbiage is a bit different, as the offensive lineman talked to us about. And every coordinator puts a little bit of a tweak here and there. It's generally standard that we will see the defense look a little sharper earlier in the year. But you did make a few notes about the way Jalen Hurts is throwing the ball.
There were some levels being hit. We know he's got the high far one. We saw it in the Super Bowl that Davante Adams put the nail in the coffin. We know he can drive the football into windows. But that middle range was something that he was certainly working on air, in one-on-nones. But he was finding A.J. Brown in this you jump a little bit window that looked very interesting to me. They were doing some goal line looks, and that's going to be another weapon for this offense in the goal line when they do lean into the pass game. We cannot forget the man who went for 2K a season ago in Saquon Barkley being the focal point of this offense. I did see Saquon win a rep right around the goal line and offer a thought to Reed Blankenship after that. We'll keep that one off record, but it is going to go through Saquon no matter if there's a new voice leading this group or not.
And it does look like his lower body is maybe even a little bit stronger than it was a year ago. Again, we're going to come back to the same idea. There's nothing that feels as if this is a club that is resting on its laurels.
Yeah.
There's not a player that I saw that was laughing, maybe because it's 100 degrees and sort of brutal out here. But there was not a lightness. There was just a focus. And you saw it in a guy like Saquon Barkley. You saw it in this offensive line.
As Jordan Mailata approached our set to do a really fun piece with Aditi, he did offer the thought, I hate this, and threw his helmet down. I'm not sure what he was talking about in particular. I think it was the heat.
I don't think it was talking to me.
It was not, because he gave a fantastic interview, one of the most entertaining guys on this roster. A closing thought here, because we keep going back to this championship DNA. And part of that is keeping folks around. We saw a future Hall of Famer out here working with the offensive line.
Yes.
Jason Kelsey was a part of his second practice, was here for the first practice of camp and here now for the fifth and first padded. What does that say about a group that they continue to put their arms around one another even when they graduate out of that crew?
That's exactly what it says, that the camaraderie, the chemistry, the desire to be a part of this group doesn't wane. And it still exists. It's all still there. This is a club that I am excited to see over the next few weeks, especially once they have those joint practices with the Browns. We certainly expect them to get a little bit more chippy, even more fired up, and that comes right at the time of camp when teams are done hitting each other. So keep an eye on them.
Vic Fangio's defense, again, if you had to mark a winner on this day, won this day. We did get Vic prior to practice, and he offered this thought of, in a full hoodie, he offered this thought that it's not hot, it's a state of mind. Another indicator of what they're trying to be mentally as a group. A lot of question marks around certain position groups on the defensive side of the ball for this group. What'd you take away from maybe just the intensity that they flew around with today?
Their youth, and I love the youth. The youth creates some hunger. These are guys that are fighting for spots. They're fighting for second contracts. They're not afraid of a coach who tells them things like heat is just an attitude. I didn't really love that, but they will listen to him, and I think that youth is something that serves them really well right now.
Well, Aditi, I do believe it is time for us to hydrate. You know, I love a prop. It's going to do it for us. Joe Musso, Aditi Kinkhabwala from Eagles Camp.
Who doesn't love a good prop? Heat is just an attitude. I don't think I agree with that one either. Our cast and crew, we got you covered here on CBS Sports HQ. We are all over the country right now, bringing you the latest in the NFL and every other sport. You can catch us streaming for free 24/7.